Welcome to another episode of the Positively Insane Podcast. My name is Kevin Alexander. You know the drill. I am your host and spirit guide for the next 15 minutes of your life. It's been a quick minute since I've done an episode. And a lot of shit's been going down, but I figure, fuck, it's time I throw one up there. I want to get this kind of stabilized a little bit. I want to get a bit of a schedule going up. So I'm going to try and get one out every Monday to start off the week and every Friday to kick off the weekend. You know, I want to pull it back and get it back to what it was originally supposed to be about, positivity and all things positive. Fucking probably a bunch of other shit too. But yeah, man, so I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of breaking through depression when it hits. Sometimes that shit hits hard. And then if I have any time, talk a little bit about the future of Karma Soldiers and the projects we have lined up, you know, for the next year, especially in the next 6 months that I want to get accomplished. But so yeah, I mean, as a lot of you guys may know, fucking the last couple of weeks, last month or so, I mean, honestly, the last couple of years, but especially this last month, been pretty difficult. Had a bit of a mind fuck, you know, bit of an emotional meltdown at one point. And I know when a person gets there, when they're, you know, at that level of just fuck it all, and it feels like the entire world is just bearing down on you and there's nothing you can do but curl up and fucking hope that you die, or, you know, maybe not necessarily hope that you die, but maybe just fucking weather the storm, hope that everything fixes itself on its own, but it never does, and you can't expect it to. And it's hard because, you know, kind words from friends and family, you know, words of wisdom, fucking positive posts on Facebook, you know, none of that shit helps at all when you are in the grip of depression. It just doesn't help. You know, no amount of podcasts you listen to try and fucking get positive, none of it works when in the pit of your stomach and in the bottom of your heart you feel like you're fucked. You know, it's so hard to find something positive to hold on to when that is where you're at in your life. And I know from firsthand experience, because here I am, you know, making a podcast about staying positive and whatnot, and I feel sometimes hypocritical because I'll be in the grip of depression and my own advice, my own words, they don't help. But when I'm in those situations, there are a few things that I do that I have found for me, they do help. And they maybe don't knock the depression out of the park, but they help in that moment. You know, they give me something to hold on to. And, you know, because every day when you're fighting depression, and even if you're not necessarily depressed, you're just at a shitty point in your life, and it's hard to stay positive, every day is a fucking battle. I mean, it really is. Every fucking day is a battle. And all you can do is try to have as many victories as you can. You know, win as many of those battles as you can. Try to end as many of those days in as positive as a way as you possibly can. No matter what you have to do to get there, figure it out. You know, don't fucking wallow. You can't wallow in self-pity. I was doing that for a while. Self-pity's a fucking killer. And it's a pussy's coward excuse, you know, for not getting your shit together. And a few of the things that I do in these situations is I'll turn to music, or, you know, I'm a big anime fan, so maybe I'll find an anime or a movie, or I'll stumble across something that, you know, hits me in the feels and inspires me a little bit. Yeah, I've been watching Naruto lately, and that's helped, you know. I love animes or movies or books where the main character just continuously gets fucked and knocked down over and over and over again, and they fucking get back up, and they grit their teeth, and they get that fucking serious look in their face, you know, that serious fucking look in their eyes, and they say, no more, motherfucker. You can knock me down again. I'm gonna keep getting fucking back up. I'm gonna keep getting back up. You know, sometimes I get that feeling from a song, you know, a movie, like I said, and what I do in those moments is I take that fucking emotion, you know, seeing somebody else, you know, get up and fight through some bullshit, and I take the feeling it gives me and I run with it. You know, I'll put my headphones in, I'll go for a walk, and I'll just sit there and talk to myself in my head mentally. I'll just power myself up like I'm fucking, you know, Naruto or Kamina from Gurren Lagann, or, you know, fucking, you know, gonna go Super Saiyan, and I'll just keep telling myself, no fucking more. No more of this bullshit. You know, fuck you, Gaara. Fuck you, Sasuke. Fuck you, Cell. Fuck you, Frieza. Fuck you, self-doubt. Fuck you, insecurities. You can keep kicking me, and I'm gonna keep getting back up, and then I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, you know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta get angry. You know, sometimes you have to get your fucking heart pumping and your blood boiling, so you say enough is enough. You know what I mean? You have to believe it. You have to feel it. You have to get mad. You know, don't keep talking negative bullshit to yourself. You know, fuck that. But you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be honest with yourself. And sometimes that feels like negative self-talk. But there's a difference between, you know, tearing yourself down and, you know, bullying yourself, and being honest with yourself and giving yourself that fucking motivational kick in the fucking dick. And I'm telling you, man, you sometimes anger at your own bullshit, your own fucking bullshit choices, you know, all that. You fucking gotta harness that, get mad, because anger is a wonderful motivator. It's a wonderful fucking, you know, it's an emotion that'll fire you up enough to get off your ass and try to do something, you know, and change what's going on. And for me, I use that and I bring it back to refocus myself on my goals. And you know, I still got a long way to go. I still don't know the best way to do this shit, you know, the most moral way of going about accomplishing my goals. You know, I often worry that people see me, or they hear what I say, hear what I'm trying to accomplish, and a lot of times one of my biggest insecurities is that everyone in the back of their mind is just saying, look at this fucker. You know, here he's being a crybaby. Why does he just go get a fucking job like the rest of us and deal with life like the rest of us have to? You know, and to be honest, that's a very I don't know, kind of brain fart in here, but I mean, I can't blame people for thinking that. And so if push comes to shove and that's what has to happen, then that's what has to happen. But for me, I can't live that life forever. You know, I can do it temporarily, you know, get what I need to get done, but my focus my passion, my reason for getting up every day and surviving and dealing with this fucking toxic life and these toxic environments and these toxic situations that I've created for myself, the only way that I can fucking get myself motivated to fight through that is to have the end goal, the end result of where I've become self-sustainable and I'm doing what I love and I'm doing what I'm passionate about. And I lose sight of that too easily. You know, I let self-doubt worm its way into my head and feed on my insecurities to where I feel like I'm not good enough. You know, my story's not interesting enough. Who would be interested in that? You know, why make a fucking documentary? Who wants to hear me talk about me and what I'm trying to do? You know, so I often sit there and my dad's voice, because he's the number, like, all my life. He is the one that has always tried to tell me anything, you know, that I've got nothing to offer the world that the world doesn't already have, so why even try? And I'm sorry, Dad, or the fucking voice in my head that, you know, sounds like Dad. Fuck you. You know, fuck you. Because yes, I do. I've got fucking something to provide the world that they don't already have. I've got something that people want to hear, or people want to see, or people want to be a part of. And that's huge. You know, this podcast alone, I kind of fucking hit a speed bump, haven't been doing it that much, because honestly, I didn't think anybody was listening. And every so often, somebody will come out of the woodwork and be like, dude, where's that podcast? What happened? I loved what you were doing. Keep doing that shit. So, I mean, that right there proves that somewhere, someone appreciates what I'm attempting to do and benefits from it in one way or another. And I've got so much I want to do. I've got this podcast. I probably want to do more than one different podcast. I've got documentaries I want to make. I got books I want to write. You know, I've got music I want to make. You know, I've played guitar for half of my life. I haven't touched a guitar in 5 years because I've been too fucking poor, but I'm telling you, man, I'm overflowing with music that I need to create, need to put out there. You know, and I've got friends that believe in me, and I have people who want to be a part of what I want to do. And for them, as well as myself, I cannot give up, because the vision that I have for myself, for the Karma Soldiers brand, the music company, the film company, the clothing line I want to do, I've got such a huge vision. And if I can, the people who get it, the people who I've been able to properly explain it to, they want to be a part of it. They want to see that shit. And so I cannot let anything stop me. I can't let some bullshit like insecurities and self-doubt get in the way. I can't let depression slow me down. I can't let depression stop me from achieving these things, because fuck, if that happens, that's my reason. That's my reason for living, for moving forward. And it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. And I want to fucking form a community of artists, you know, musicians, fucking painters, fucking filmmakers, tattoo artists, basically anybody who is an artist in any way, shape, or form. I want to build a community where we all help each other, we all promote each other, you know, podcasters, bloggers, we trade services, you know, say I need some artwork for a t-shirt, well, I'll fucking make you a 15-minute promotional documentary about you as an artist, you know, get your name out there a little bit more, get you something that you can show people. You know, I've got this grand vision and it's going to be awesome. I'm running out of time here. You know the drill. Follow me. You know, check out the other episodes I got. I'll see you guys on Monday. Take it easy.